back. He probably ever so slightly was. But he's nudged in the back and he stops playing. He looks at the ref. Aguero runs through, dinks it over the head of Ospina. And you just think, you're in a cup final. We're all taught at school, you play to the whistle.
Yeah.
How disgraceful is that defending in your eyes?
Honestly, with Arsenal, I think they're the only top club that I've seen that constantly have this kind of weakness in the fence in terms of how many times can you see a route one direct ball just pierce through the middle of your defence and then opposition players are getting opportunities on goal. Mustafi gets caught underneath the cross, God knows why. Too often, I'm seeing in modern day football a lot of defenders in it. From Chelsea, Rudiger is another guy with the same issue where they get caught underneath these crosses way too much. They miss time the jumps and everything. And I just think to lose that type of concentration. I mean, first of all, I don't know why he's not in line with this defence. But if you're going to push up, you're going there to win the ball. Now, here's the thing. We were talking about this earlier. He felt that nudge. Fall down, you know what I mean?
If you're gonna make a meal of it, if you're gonna appeal, fall down. Don't just stand there and look at the referee and then stop playing.
Exactly.
Either that or turn around and grab rugby tackle Aguero back to the floor. Like get yourself booked. Exactly. Don't let the man run clean through on goal. Exactly. But Arsenal fans, give us a call 0203 606 0315. Do apologise about the audio at the beginning. No idea what was going on. We don't control the audio, and if your ears are broken, sorry. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
My name's Kieran. How you doing, Terry?
Yeah, I'm very good, Kieran. What's your thoughts on? I know you're a gooner. What was your thoughts on Mustafi's defending in those opening few moments?
I can get where he's coming from. He got pushed in the back, so he's thinking it's a foul. But Aguero is Aguero. He's clinical. He's going to score chances if he's through one-on-one, and he just stands there and looks at the ref and stops playing. Chambers and Koscielny are sprinting as fast as they can to get back, but they can't exactly do much because they're a lot wider. Mustafi's on him. He needs to keep on him until that whistle goes, or make a meal of it and actually go down.
No, I completely understand that. In terms of Arsenal's overall performance so far in this final, are you confident they're going to be able to get back involved, or what? Because right now, to me, they look lukewarm at best.
We don't look like we're able to create anything. We've created a couple good attacks, but none have resulted in chances. And I looked at the stats. We have had more shots, but less on target. So we're not very clinical with the chances we get. We're not playing the ball to Aubameyang enough when he's making the runs. We're not using the ball when we have it. We're wasting it a lot. We're losing it a lot. And the defending, as it always is, simply isn't good enough.
Absolutely. Would there be any changes that you would make if you were Arsene Wenger? Any subs? I know that obviously Monreal's already had to go off the pitch. Would you do anything else different to give you a better chance of getting back into this game and potentially winning it?
I'll probably change to a 4-back formation. Maybe Mustafi off, Chambers and Koscielny in the middle, Bellerin right back, Kolasinac left back. Bring Ramsey into the middle, Ozil on the right, and then bring Robbie in on the left.
Fair play, mate. Really do appreciate your call as ever. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. One stat that's been put up here is that Claudio Bravo has created as many chances in the first half as every other single Arsenal player combined with one. So they're saying, again, having a shot and a chance created are two different things within football statistically. And look, that's not to say that Bravo's a better creative player than Arsenal, but you haven't created a proper opening chance. You haven't had a proper attempt on goal yet where you think, wow, that should have been a goal. You haven't created a massively good save out of the goalkeeper. On Mustafi, though, here, David Butler says Mustafi is taking the piss. He says maybe he wants to move away. That was just ridiculous. Another comment here, Mustafi has one mistake per game in him always. And a number of people have noticed our DT arrested sign behind us just there. It is a joke. As far as we're aware, DT has not been arrested in any way, shape or form. It's just what you guys always say has happened. It shows we read comments, doesn't it? Remember, you can give us a call, 0203 606 0315. Just want to run through as many calls as we can now between now and the second half beginning. Here we go. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
Victor.
Sorry, what's your name?
Victor.
Victor, how you doing, mate? You an Arsenal fan?
I certainly am.
Yeah, well, look, how are you feeling after that first half display from your boys?
To be honest, bit frustrating. A couple of points I just wanted to make. I'm frustrated at the amount of runs that I'm seeing Aubameyang make, and the fact that we're not playing the ball over to him and exploiting some of the space in behind City. I see him making some good runs, and I think a couple of times Ozil and I think Wilshere one of the times just haven't picked out his run and haven't made a pass to exploit the space behind City. Because obviously you've got the beating of Otamendi all day long, so I just hope we can do a bit more of that in the second half. Other point I wanted to make was the shocking defending from Mustafi. I mean, I've got a mate of mine that runs a football academy for 8-year-olds, and I've sent him a message asking him to take in Mustafi and just teach him some of the basics of defending, such as stay goal side. I mean, come on, learn it in primary school, and the fact that you can't do it at this level is just embarrassing. It's just so frustrating.
It's interesting here, right? There's a tweet that's been put out, and it says here, I used to play against the Arsenal's famous back four. They were like a brick wall. I had to wear shin pads in the players' lounge. This Arsenal defence couldn't harm a bee. And look, it is a funny tweet, but as much as defensive organisation positioning is wrong, there is also the element of grit. There is an element of, if you think about, you even look at this Manchester, like, you don't want to go into a tackle with Vincent Kompany. You've already seen it from Fernandinho just in front of them today. Crunching, as beautiful as the football is at Man City, they have players that can have it with you. Aguero is one of their strikers. You don't have a row with him. He's like, he'll throw a 2-footed into you. Like, you know what I mean? He does. Arsenal don't have, other than Jack Wilshere, Arsenal don't have a single player who can roll up their sleeves and say, let's have it. And look, we all play football as kids, right up to everyone at different levels. But you need some grit in your team. You need some determination. Patrice Evra put up a picture today of his leg being stitched up after the game yesterday, and he's like, I love that. And that's why he was a top-class player at Man United and for France, because he loves that. I can't see an Arsenal player doing anything but crying about that type of tackle.
We don't have enough of that, to be honest. We've got players that would rather complain about a little nudge and look to the referee for a free kick rather than play to the whistle and, like you said, get stuck in. It's really frustrating. I mean, I was watching the United game earlier and I saw that young kid, McTominay. The first time I've actually seen him play properly. And apart from the goal that it was probably his fault, apart from him not tracking Willian's run, he had a solid game. Getting stuck in, showing the grit, showing the determination. I don't see that from the Arsenal players, like I said, apart from Wilshere, and it's a bit disheartening, but we can only hope for a better second half, to be honest, so let's see what we can do.
That's it, mate. Really do appreciate your call. Thank you very, very much. Nini here. Read that out, Gary Neville said there about Mustafi.
Yeah, so basically Gary Neville's saying Mustafi has to be stronger than that. That's pathetic defending. For a centre-back to claim that as a foul is absolutely terrible defending. It's woeful for Mustafi. It's schoolboy stuff. It really is just shocking defending in all forms of football.
So I want to take issue with that saying there from Gary Neville. Do not offend schoolboys. Because I'm telling you this now. Go to my school I went to. Norlotton Boys School in Leytonstone. If anyone who's watching this has gone to that school, you know what I'm talking about. Whether it was Mr. Hagger, whether it was Mr. McDonald, Miss McPortland that's still there, they would drag you off for being that soft, for being that weak. You wouldn't play for your team again. And that's schoolboy football. I'm not actually having a go at Gary Neville. I'm just saying that schoolboys are tougher than that. They're stronger than that. They're more determined than that. What he did was weak.
Yeah, but I think the main issue for why this happened in the first place was because he was caught underneath the ball over the top. That's the main thing, and that's why his body balance was off, and that's why he was susceptible to being nudged. Now, here's the thing. In football, sometimes, you know, you need to do the dark arts. For example, Aguero knew, I'm going to budge him out the way a tiny bit to get that yard of space to myself, because I know that once I get through, I'm going to be on goal. Now, if you're Mustafi, you got to be thinking better than that. You're thinking, you know what you're playing against in Aguero. I'm going to make a meal of this. I'm going to foul. I'm going to fall down. I'm going to, you know, get the referee's attention, because you have to do that. I mean, this whole talk of that you've got to be 100% honest when you play. I mean, this is professional football we're talking about.
No, I get that completely. We've got a couple of videos that have been sent in to us, I believe, from people from Kelechi and from Loomis from Arsenal Fan TV. So we're going to get those on for you now. They're going back to back. Yeah, we're going to play them back to back to you. We'll be back in a moment. Enjoy these videos from the boys, and we'll see you in a moment.
This is Kelechi from Arsenal Fan TV here live. I think the game has been a bit evenly balanced, but that defensive mix-up, I don't know what happened to Mustafi. And then he started pretending like he was pushed. Same like how he did in Manchester United. He feigned injury, but I don't know what he was doing. But I believe that we're going to come back in the second half. Monreal's injury hasn't helped. He's one of our best players. He hasn't helped. But again, if we can go a bit more direct, maybe lump the ball more forward. I'm surprised I'm saying this. I like sexy football, but the way to beat a press is to launch it forward and take advantage of Aubameyang's space. Hopefully we'll win the game. Thank you very much.
News so far, I mean, not FanPark news, live. Hi guys. So far, looking like we're the lucky ones because we didn't get tickets. I mean, yeah, pathetic start from Arsenal. Aubameyang was unlucky to score. I think it was a good tackle from Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's made about 1 or 2 good tackles and interceptions so far in the game, but speaking of our defence, Mustafi, man.
Yeah, that was a weird change to happen early on.
Pathetic from Mustafi. No, not. You think about Monreal. Yeah, no, I'm talking about Mustafi's shocking defending. I don't know what he was calling out to the ref for. He got barged like that by fucking Aguero. So what, man? You're a fucking Premier League defender. You won the World Cup, man. Come on.
World Cup defender in this.
Not playing like it at all. To fix up in the second half, Arsenal need to clean up their act. Yeah, that's why my man's here. Arsenal, fix up.
Fix up.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your videos. The eye, man.
Why I?
That mate, that's look, do you know what? He's out there, he's trying to enjoy Wembley today, he's having a party. You can hear it in the voices there of the Arsenal fans. Yeah. It's just, did they expect to beat Man City? Probably not, because we know how great this City side are. But when you're let down with, and I said this in my preview, I thought I fancied Arsenal to nick it today if it wasn't for a catastrophic mistake. And that's the issue. It's like catastrophic mistake. If you're torn apart by this great side, you take it on the chin. The problem you have is that they're not really been torn apart.
Yeah,
it's just woeful defending again.
Exactly. I mean, let's be honest now. I mean, it was a foul on Mustafi, but this is the Premier League. You know what the referee's like. I mean, look at the tackle that Fernandinho made on Wilshere, for example. Yeah, it sums up the standard of refereeing, and I just think maybe Arsenal needs to continue applying the pressure in the final third. Try and target Fernandinho. He's susceptible to making rash tackles. That could be a target plan, obviously, to get him sent off, to try and obviously, you know, capitalise on 11 versus 10.
Now, we know that the game's coming back on now. What you need to do for us before we go is going to get it put up on the screen very quickly for you is the One Football app. Sergio Aguero is currently leading the way, has been voted for Man of the Match. Remember, if you download it for free, you can vote for your Man of the Match. Statistics, that's all on there as well. We know who's going to be dominating the ball when it comes to that. But we just know. Arsenal, they've got to create some clear-cut opportunities. You've got to create some clear-cut chances. Don't worry about having all the ball. Don't worry about any other stat pattern. It's getting those clear-cut opportunities and breaking properly. Aubameyang is making the runs. You just got to feed him. Simple and straightforward as that. Enjoy the second half of football, though. We'll be back in 45 minutes to take your calls, your viewpoints. Come on, Arsenal, make the second half competitive for us. Please do that. Everyone take care. God bless. Myself and Nini will see you soon.